Welcome back to Whom It May Concern. Woo.
Woo! We made it to episode 3.
Let's go. Final episode. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so this episode we have a little special submission, I suppose.
Yes. So this came from a friend of a friend.
Okay.
Like I advertised last week, this is an original story about deception and deceit.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I feel like I should cue in some like dark music right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is kind of long.
Sorry.
I think we'll. Okay, so this is kind of long, so I think we'll like kind of work through this and stop at certain points and be like, what would you do at this point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it is currently, what month is it? May. Okay, so this story starts all the way back in August.
Okay.
And this is a long story. Okay, so our story begins with this girl named Megan. All right? So Megan met this guy named Charlie at the beginning of the school year because they have similar school activities, okay?
Okay.
And they quickly became best friends,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And then this led to a secret affair, okay? And Charlie and Megan have this mutual friend group, okay? So this was a secret affair to the rest of the friend group, so no one else knew that they were like a thing.
Okay.
Okay? So Megan liked him, but she didn't want a relationship with him, which this led to a lot of fights within the situation because he really wanted a relationship with her, but she just was not ready to commit.
Mm-hmm.
However, there was this one girl, we'll call her Emily, that was in love with Charlie.
Okay,
And
Charlie.
Yeah, so Charlie did not give the feelings back because he really liked Megan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, mind you, Charlie and Megan's affair is still secret from the rest of the friend group. However, Megan felt like they didn't really need to say anything just because like they wanted to keep it private.
Mm-hmm.
But they felt like everybody in the friend group started to like pick up that they had this thing going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So as you're aware, Emily was in love with Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they weren't in a relationship by any means, Megan feels that she is a flirt, and she realizes that, and Charlie didn't like that. And she realizes this, and that's why she didn't want a relationship with Charlie.
Okay.
Just because she didn't want to commit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, so then around March-ish, okay, she did not want to be romantically involved with Charlie anymore, and she decided that she needed to come up with a plan.
Okay.
I think we're going to stop here first and
Okay.
discuss thoughts on the situation and
What would you do? We should get that one guy, John, from What Would You Do?
John Stamos, I think?
Nope. That's Full House.
Okay,
John Quinones or
Okay.
whatever. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Wait, what would I do if I was who? Megan?
Yeah,
And I don't want to be with Charlie anymore.
correct.
I would tell him.
Okay, but like how would you do that?
I would say
Because it said that she needed to come up with a plan. What would be your plan?
my plan would be to go to Charlie and say, like, this is not working anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we want two
However,
different...
Megan still wanted to be friends with Charlie.
Be like, could we try to be friends again and, like,
Mhm.
not do this anymore because being, like, secretive is, like, hard, or we want different things.
That's all you got?
I mean, like, I think that's what plan? What's his, like, master plan that you have, like...
She didn't really have a master plan.
Well, what would your master plan be? What else are you supposed to do
I don't
besides
know.
tell the guy?
Okay, she needed to come up with an exit plan.
Oh, okay. You could fake a death, maybe.
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Okay, so Megan came up with the plan,
Mm-hmm.
executed the plan, and she said that it went as best as it could.
Do you know what the plan was?
Not really.
So she didn't figure it out.
No. It was just kind of like,
Unfortunate.
it was just kind of like,
She told him.
Right. She
Right.
told him.
Okay.
Right. So she said that it went as best as it could. and they decide that they're still going to be friends for the sake of the friend group.
Okay.
So the plan quickly went off track because Megan realized that it's hard to kind of break things off with someone that you were romantically involved with and still be friends with them and act like everything is normal around a friend group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And mind you, like, they never came out with like a statement to their friend group of, hey, we're
They released a
dating or we're
statement.
not dating anymore. Right. There was never a statement.
They have like a PR team.
Okay, so she realized that it's really hard to be friends with a guy and just
That's-
act like everything is normal.
Yeah.
After a few weeks of trying to be friends, she got the strong sense that something was going on between Charlie and someone else in the friend group.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Is it that?
So this is where that Emily girl comes into play. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so she had this strong sense that something was going on between Charlie and Emily. So she went into detective mode,
Mm-hmm.
like full on Sherlock Holmes this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day, Megan needed something from Emily and it required a video.
Okay.
Okay, a video of something. So Emily sent her the video of whatever needed to be sent.
Yeah.
And then after analyzing, Megan realized that someone was in the background.
Oh, Emily, you
Mhm.
dumb bitch.
So this person in the background was shirtless
Uh-huh.
and was in Charlie's room.
Mm.
And so this just like proves that women should like go into the FBI because this girl, she downloaded the video, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She blew it up
Megan?
like, yeah.
Okay.
Megan downloaded the video, blew it up like 500%, and then went in and increased the lightness so she could really see who was there,
Yeah.
and it was Charlie.
Yeah.
So then it makes you wonder, why was he shirtless? Was he just putting on a sweatshirt? Had they just do the deed?
Yeah.
Was he just changing? Also, why is Emily in his room?
Right.
So what do you do at this point?
It's less about, like, should women go into the FBI and more about, like, why would you send a video? How could you... I feel like she did that on purpose.
Exactly. Megan said that they never really wanted to, like, formally announce that they were together or that they had broken up to the friend group because it really wasn't anyone else's business.
Yeah.
Okay. But with that being said, she felt like that everyone else in the friend group had picked up on them being a thing,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And Emily and Megan were pretty good friends within this friend group.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
It's like Euphoria.
literally it's like Euphoria.
Yeah.
So after seeing the video, what do you do?
After seeing the video... Oh, okay, that's tough because it's like, do you say...
What are you doing here?
Well, Emily probably knows that Megan and Charlie were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Right.
and I have a feeling she's either... I'm sorry, Emily, if you're listening to this, a little stupid, or or she did that on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So, as Megan, see, I don't know, because it's like,
See, if I was in Emily's shoes and I wanted to be petty about something, I would send that on purpose.
yeah. So it's like I can't really tell if she did that on purpose. Maybe
Mhm.
I don't know. You could bring it up and be like, was that? I almost said Nate because now I have all the Euphoria characters in my
Because, I
head
mean,
now.
I saw the video, right?
Yeah.
And, like, the laptop was, like, almost covering the entire screen except for the small little corner where Charlie happened to be.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. It could honestly be like Emily had no idea and just like didn't think it would be a big deal if she
Mhm.
saw that, or she knew and was doing that on purpose.
Right.
I don't know.
So if you are Megan,
I
do you
would
say something to Emily? Do you,
You
say
could be
something
like, "Hey,
to
were
Charlie?
you in?" Ooh, I don't know if I would talk to Charlie. Well, you could be like, "Hey, Emily, was that Charlie in the background? Like, or who was that guy in the background and see what happens.
Oh yeah, you could play it like, ooh, who was that guy in the background?
Yeah, like I saw a shirtless
oh my
man.
God, yeah.
And see what she says.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I don't know. Because it's like, you have every right to be upset about it, and it probably makes you uncomfortable that, like, your best friend and, like, this past romantic person are together. But it could be that, like, she had no idea.
True.
I don't know. I would probably talk to her about it and be like, did you know? Or, like, were you gonna tell me?
Right.
What do you think?
I'm sorry, I just got a text from someone that I have not talked to in a long time, and I'm really nervous.
Who?
I don't know. It's like, well, I'm not going to say the name on here.
Oh. Should we jump into a different story?
Let me just, hold on.
What's their relation to you?
Oh, okay. All right. Nothing. It's just somebody that I knew in high school that I have not.
Oh.
No, it's a girl. It's not like a guy or anything.
Okay.
I just got a little nervous. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Anyways,
Slaps.
continuing forward. Where were we? Sorry, I was really distracted. I was like starting to sweat. I was like, what does this person want? Okay, so I mean, I'm really sorry. I'm just like mind. Like,
well, we were talking about like what would you do after seeing that video. Okay. If you care enough, just like say something to
But I mean, it is kind of like, since you guys never explicitly said something to this girl, can you be mad at this girl named Emily?
That's what I'm trying to say.
However, I feel like she has a right to be mad at Charlie because he knew that Megan and Emily were good friends.
Yeah, I think it's something that probably should have been communicated before it happened. I don't know, you guys were never like they weren't exclusive, right?
It was like a type of exclusive of like, if we're fucking, you should not be fucking anyone else.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But not essentially boyfriend, girlfriend.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no.
However, they were technically broken up at this point.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Megan said if it had been anyone else, she wouldn't have cared as much. But since it was someone that she knows and someone that was literally right next to her in their circle of like a friend group, it burns so much more.
Yeah, no, that sucks. That would not be fun to see. I feel like you could probably talk to either of them. You could be like, hey, Emily, did you know? Or you could be like, hey, Charlie, you should have talked to me and seen asked if I was comfortable with this before you did this. Because, like, we are all in a group together, and seeing you guys, knowing that you guys were, like, doing stuff is, like, kind of hard for me. And, like, if you care about, like, I want you to care about me as a friend enough to, like, communicate. Like, just, like, tell them to be open with stuff. Because being secretive about things like that hurts more. Mm-hmm. And then you could have, like, set a boundary, maybe. I don't know, you can't necessarily stop people from doing things, but you could at least...
Correct.
Talk to them about it and not have them find out through some video.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Moving forward, Megan did find out that they were hooking up.
Okay.
She did not hear it directly from Megan or Charlie.
Emily or Charlie.
But she just kind of like, they were all hanging out as a friend group one night and picked up a vibe and was like, you know what? They're fucking.
Yeah. That would suck.
Yeah, that would really suck. And Megan, you are stronger than me because I would not be okay right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So now Megan says that it's super awkward in the friend group. Okay. Mm-hmm. And everyone is leaving town for the summer and going back to their hometowns for 3 months or whatever. Okay. And Emily is transferring.
Okay.
Right. So now it's kind of like summer's coming up. Everyone is about to leave. Do you address it or let it go? Because when they come back, everyone is still going to be like in this friend group minus Emily because she's leaving.
Okay. I think Megan should do what she thinks is right. If she truly wants to say something, address it with them. You should get that out before Emily leaves. At the same time, though,
Drag her. Sorry.
kill him. No, you ended things with Charlie. And as much as it sucks, and as much as he should have communicated with you about what was going on, I think you made the decision to end things with him. And you should take these, 3 months before everything comes back to just, focus on yourself. And focus on moving past the situation. Because if you don't have to see the guy for, 3 months, I think you'll do a lot of healing within that time. And if Emily's going to be gone, then, I mean, I guess that's also a reason to just say whatever the fuck you want to her.
Right. I mean, I guess, this is really hard because she is leaving. However, Emily and Megan were pretty good friends.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I would probably be like, Emily, did you know?
Right.
And if so, why wouldn't you tell me that?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Charlie sounds like a chode.
Like a chode.
Like a chode.
Like a chode.
Chode.
I mean, I would probably, if I was Megan, I would probably sit down or text Emily and be like, hey, were you aware that Charlie and I had this 7-month affair going on? They had a full-on relationship minus the actual commitment.
Yeah.
And I don't think Megan and Charlie are wrong for wanting to keep it a secret,
No, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
just keeping it private.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just ask her if she was aware and then take it from there. I don't know. I feel like I would approach it with whoever you're most comfortable approaching it with. If you... Because it seems like you and Emily have a pretty strong relationship, so I would probably...
Right. And if Emily says that she did know and then proceeded to continue and hook up with Charlie, then I think your friendship's pretty dead.
Well, she's leaving anyway, and it kind of shows how much she cares.
But if Emily didn't know, I think there needs to be a conversation had if you guys do want to continue your friendship after Emily leaves. Of kind of hey, Charlie and I were hooking up and I know you didn't know, but I'm really kind of hurt.
Yeah.
And the blame still goes down on Charlie for doing that.
Yeah, because he's the only one that at the end of the day knew, confirmed knew.
Right. But then I don't think that I could be friends with Emily. Even if she didn't know, I don't think I could be friends with them.
Yeah, I don't know how I would feel. Yeah, that's tough. I guess just set whatever boundaries you need to set and have the conversations you feel are most worth it.
Right.
But...
Or, I mean, she is leaving.
Yeah.
And you could just block her and everything.
Yeah. I mean, that's tough to do, but I do think that you need to, focus on yourself.
Right.
And get past Charlie.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Final statements.
Men.
Men are stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Final statements. Find whoever you are most comfortable with within this situation. Talk to them. Lay out the line.
Yeah.
And then proceed from there.
Yeah. And take care of yourself.
Correct.
Yeah. I think that's... I don't know. It's tough. It's hard. But...
It's really hard. I mean, if I were in this situation, Megan, you are stronger than me, I would not be okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be okay.
No, I think at some point I would freak out.
I would crack.
Somebody.
I would crack. I would literally crack.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's tough. I do have to go to therapy now.
Okay. So do you not want to do another one, or do you want to just close it out?
Probably close it out.
Okay.
If you made it this far, go to our Instagram and comment your most controversial opinion. I'm joking. Tell us your favorite.
Tell us your guilty pleasure.
Guess who this story was about? No.
No,
I'm joking.
no.
I'm joking. It was about. What if it was about one of us?
Confession. This was my story.
Confession. I am Charlie.
And I'm Emily.
No. Okay. Yeah. If you want to submit some more stuff, if you want to tell us your like super ASMR.
It's still going. Okay, all right, it's done.
If you want to submit more stories, if you have more questions, literally anything.
Yeah, we'll take anything.
Literally anything. We have a Google form
Right.
in our Instagram bio. Or you could find us, hunt us down.
Right. I'll go out to coffee with you. Sit down. Give me your drama.
I won't, but
Okay. All right.
No,
We'll
maybe
now
I
we see
will.
who's really committed to the podcast.
I'm committed, but like I don't want to go get a coffee with some random person.
Okay, whatever.
If you want to go on a date, I can give you advice.
But yeah, please send in your stuff. Honestly, anything.
Follow,
what are you doing?
I was trying to say follow our Instagram.
Oh yeah, follow our Instagram.
TWIMC.podcast. Right?
Or you can also email us at twimc.podcast@gmail.com. Or we also have a link tree in our Instagram bio now too, so you can click on that.
Yeah, this has been third episode of What Would You Do?
Okay, all right. This has been the third episode. I'm Liv, and
I'm Audrey.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you again next week.
Yeah.